Welcome in, everyone, to the University of St. Francis Bishop Darcy Stadium for a Crossroads League clash between your University of St. Francis Cougars and the Huntington University Foresters. Now we'll take some time to read from our game day program put together by Sports Information Director Bill Scott. Cougars shooting for bounce back after losing Crossroads League opener 4-0 at Goshen. Both Huntington University and host University of St. Francis collide today looking for Crossroads League win number 1 at Bishop Darcy Stadium. USF is looking for its first goal in its last 3 matches. The Foresters and Indiana Wesleyan University deadlocked at 2 on Saturday. Matthias Lozada leads Huntington goal scorers with 4. Tito Cuellar is tied for 5th in the Crossroads League goal scoring with 6. USF keeper Braden Conn is number 26 in NAIA with 51 saves. Braden Conn picking up right where he left off a year ago in that fantastic freshman season. Conn, now a sophomore out of Salina, Ohio, Salina High School. Conn is listed at 6'2", 165 pounds. Looking at some of the Crossroads League individual leaders, you will find Matthias Luzada in points per game. He ranks number 5 in the conference, averaging 1.71 points per game. He has 4 goals and 4 assists on the season in 7 matches. Leading the Crossroads League is Morris Kamara from Spring Arbor University. He has 11 goals and 3 assists, averaging 2.5 points per game. For St. Francis, you scroll down to game-winning goals. If you scroll down to shots on goal per match, Tito Cuellar ranks number 4 in the Crossroads League. In 10 matches played, he has 18 shots on goal. He's averaging 1.8 shots per match. Tito Cuellar certainly will be one of the faster players on the pitch today as we look forward to watching him play. Last time out for the University of St. Francis, it was a loss 2-0 at Cleary University in Michigan. That was this past Monday. On Saturday, that was the 4-0 loss at Goshen College against the Maple Leafs. Taking a look at the Crossroads League standings, Goshen College, they are 8-2 overall, 1-0 in conference play. Spring Arbor University is ranked number 19. So the men's program over there at Spring Arbor picking up where the women's program has been for a few years now. Spring Arbor University on the women's side won the national championship. I believe that was 2 years ago, doing a great job of representing the Crossroads League. Mount Vernon Nazarene University has a 6-4 overall record. They are 1-0 in conference play. Bethel College is receiving votes, ranked number 35 in the country. Bethel is sitting with a 6-2 record. They are 0-1 in conference play. As a matter of fact, 2 of the opening matches in the Crossroads League resulted in ties. Indiana Wesleyan was at Huntington, and they were tied at 2 goals apiece, and that game went into 2 overtimes. Spring Arbor beat Taylor 2-0. That was at Spring Arbor. Mount Vernon Naz beat Marion 2-0 at Mount Vernon Naz, and Grace and Bethel, that resulted in a 0-0 tie for both those squads. Of course, Bethel, once again, ranked number 35 in the country. Grace, they're currently in 6th place in the Crossroads League. Folks, we're going to send it down to Bill Scott for the starting lineups and national anthem.
Indiana and your University of St. Francis Cougars. We will introduce the starting lineups, have a short prayer, and that'll be followed by the national anthem. So, for Huntington University, starting in goal, number 1, Troy Hector. Also starting in defender, number 2, Travis Curtis. Number 3, starting Ison Basaran at a defender position. Number 6, Ty Sproat, midfielder. Number 9, starting at a midfielder, Miguel Sousa. Check that, Miguel Sousa. Starting at a forward, number 11, Mateus Lozada. Number 12, a defender, Travis Rippey. Number 21, midfielder, Luke Unger. Number 23, defender, Noah Stanford. And number 34, a forward, Brady Gerke. Head coach of the Huntington Foresters, Russ Lawson. And now for your University of St. Francis Cougars. Starting in goal for the Cougars, number 00, Braden Conn. Starting at defender, number 2, Sam Schlegel. Starting at defender, number 4, Brian James. Starting at forward, number 7, Tito Cuellar. Starting at forward, number 8, Ethan Vigario. At a forward, number 10, Bucaram. At defender, number 11, Dane Jesse. At defender, number 14, Julian Calantonio. At defender, number 18, Nate Conder. At midfield, number 23, Ty Laborde. And at a defender, number 24, Dalton Meisner. Head coach of the Cougars, Mitchell Ellison, assisted by Paco Castillo. Now please rise and remove your hats for our short prayer. Let us pray. Loving Lord, we thank you for all you have given us, the gift of this day, these athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Keep us all safe today, free from harm and injury. Help us to love and respect each other and ourselves. And in the words of St. Francis, enlighten the darkness of our minds and hearts. Give us a right faith, a firm hope, and a perfect charity, so that we may always and in all things act according to your holy will. Amen. All right, gentlemen, good luck, and let's play soccer.
And there we have it, folks. Starting lineups for tonight's match, just moments away from match number 2 in Crossroads League play. Both teams looking for win number 1. St. Francis 0-1 in conference competition. Cougars currently 3-7 overall. Listed in 10th place in the Crossroads League. Marion University's in 9th place. They're 3-5 overall with a 0-1 conference record. Taylor's 4-2-2 overall with a 0-1 conference record. Still a very young season here. Cougars have been impressive here on the young season. Doesn't necessarily show up with their record, but this is a very young squad getting better every single match. Of course, St. Francis did have an offensive explosion earlier here at Bishop Darcy Stadium, where St. Francis beat Shawnee State 7-1. That was back on September the 3rd. Also beat Siena Heights 4-2 here at Darcy Stadium and beat Cincinnati Christian 5-2. The Cougars 3 wins on the season. In the center of the pitch is number 6, Ty Sproat for Huntington. Folks, I will be running the camera and do my best to give you the players down on the pitch. The number one priority will be bringing you some good videos so you can follow the action. Ball's going to be deflected out the touch to Huntington with a throw-in is number 2, Travis Hurtis. Hurtis is a junior defenseman from Canada. That ball was taken for the Cougars. In the back row, that's Tito Cuellar. Cuellar averaging 1.8 shots per match in this young season. I guess we're virtually halfway through the season with the non-conference competition. Huntington on the attack. It's a sophomore Braden Conn in goal for the Cougars. And with the corner kick will be number 6. Excuse me, that's going to be a throw-in. It's Ty Sproat. He's going to give it up to Hurtis. So that ball was headed away. That was Cuellar getting underneath the Forrester. Free kick coming up for the Cougars. As Sam Schlegel is going to place it. It'll be Conn with the kick. As you can see, they're retreating quite far for Conn's big leg. 50-50 ball that was taken behind the 2 players by number 23 for Huntington. Juan Bucaram goes out wide. Bucaram doing a good job of getting around Hurtis. Cougs looking for a cross. Good slotting pass was kicked out to touch to St. Francis. Ball into the box. That's taken by the keeper, Troy Hector. He's a senior from Liberty Center, Ohio. Liberty Center. Ooh. And we had a collision there on that header attempt. We'll see if we got a stoppage in the clock. Clock is stopped at 41:39. Looks like on that header attempt, might have just hit the back of the Forrester's head. That's number 24 for St. Francis, Dalton Meisner. I do believe it was his nose hitting the back of the head of the Forester. Yeah, 41-15 on the clock here in the first half of this Crossroads League match. Looks like Meisner's going to come back into the match right away. So he was able to shake it off. Huntington's got a big-looking squad down there on the pitch. Physically big. It's going to be out to touch. With throw-in will be number 24, Meisner. Ball went right back out to touch to Meisner. That pass to Meisner was by number 18 for St. Francis, Nate Conder. It's going to be out to touch. It's number 12 with the throw-in for Huntington, Travis Rippey. Travis once again. .37:53 on the clock. It's number 11. That's number 25 on the ball. Jake Erlinson. Number 11, Mateus Lozada. Four and four on the wall. Big shot, and that's a goal. Foresters will go on top early here. 1-0. Take another look at that goal here. Big right-footed shot there by number 25 for Huntington, Jake Erlinson. Good looking pass intended for Cuellar, knocked away by the Huntington Forester. Down on the pitch, that was number 8 for St. Francis. Quickly gets back up. Number 8 is Ethan Vigario, excuse me. Big boot's going to fall all the way to Hector. (35-49). Forester's up 1-0. Huntington once again on the attack. Good feed in the box. I was headed away by the center back for St. Francis. That's Cuellar. He's one of the best one-on-one offensive players in the Crossroads League. He's fast. Nice heel kick. Looking for the cross into the box. That's headed away by Huntington. On that defensive back line, I believe that's number 4. As you can see, those numbers, not the easiest to read. In the box. With the save, Hector. Number 4 is Brian James. Out to touch to Huntington. It's Travis Hurtis with the throw-in. Gets its number 11. 11 is Sproat. No, excuse me, that's Lozada. Cuellar. Nice flick up in the air. And nearly kept that ball in. Will be out to touch to Huntington. Checking in for the Foresters will be number 20, Noah Fleming. Fleming, a true freshman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Carroll High School. Carroll, one of the top programs in the Fort Wayne area. They opened up sectional play on Monday with a 3-0 win against Bishop Dwenger at the East Noble sectional. That's Carroll High School. They've been kept out of the Indiana State top 20 all season long in Class 2A. Actually, the only area team receiving votes was Homestead, excuse me, on the boys' side. DeKalb High School is our top girls program in the area. DeKalb, about 45 minutes north of Fort Wayne, on your way to Lake James. (50-50). Bucaram, nice flick forward. It's headed back by 25. One touch goes right to the Cougars. Cougars getting off a few shots here. That's the third one unofficially. Ball is chested down by number 20 for Huntington. That is Noah Fleming. That's Tito. I'm trying my hardest to read those numbers. Huntington doing a great job here with possession as Fleming over to Lozada. Big shot. Heavy foot there by this man right here. I believe that's number 8 for Huntington. Bruno Soria. Fleming goes out wide. Noah Fleming's already been very productive here early on in his career at Huntington. Fleming has 7 points with 3 goals and 1 assist on the season. It's number 24, Dalton Meissner. Free kick. Nice take by number 25 for Huntington. He's 1-on-3. That is Jake Erlinson. I have him down as scoring that first goal. Approaching 28 minutes left to play in the first half. For Huntington, it's number 12 with the throw-in. Travis Rippey. Ooh. Once again, great work by the Cougar defender. As Conn comes off his line to scoop it up. I believe that's Ethan Vigario down there. Number 8. It's the center back. Cougars are defensive in this match. with 5 defensive backs. 3 center backs for St. Francis. Cuellar, the forward. Good job of connecting, just hard on that first touch. It's number 10, Juan Bucaram. Juan sporting the Mohawks, that makes it a little bit easier to figure out who he is on the pitch. Or faux hawk, or whatever they're calling them these days. Be number 12, Rippey with the throw-in. Fleming right in front. Noah is always a very gritty player at Carroll High School in that forward position, strong and fast on the ball. You can see here at the college level, he's not as tall as some of the players. I believe he's listed at about 5'10". No heights listed here on the roster for Huntington. We do have height and weight for St. Francis. 21. Well, he was just gliding across that pitch. This is an artificial surface installed about 2 years ago. That next turf, the long plastic blades. Once again, Rippey with the throw-in. Just missed there. That was number 8. It almost looked like a gimme. It's number 9, actually. Miguel de Souza. Fleming. Good play to number 6 for Huntington. Ty Sproat. Nice save by Conn. With that shot attempt was number 9 de Souza. Throw into Bucaram. That's Cuellar up top for St. Francis. Possession will go to Huntington. .23 minutes left to play in the first half. 1-0 Huntington Foresters. Huntington tied Indiana Wesleyan 2 apiece in their opening Crossroads League match of the season. St. Francis falling to Goshen 4-0. Goshen just 1 loss on the season, 2 losses on the season so far, as they're 8-2 overall. Good clear for St. Francis. Nice ball up to Cuellar. Only problem is he's 1-on-4. Cut back, looking for the cross is number 9. Rolls through the end line. That was Miguel de Souza. Got a goal kick coming up for the Cougs. D'Souza. He wears the captain armband on his left arm. It's that fluorescent green color. So that's going to roll through for a goal kick. Chasing after it for Huntington was Travis Hurtis. Mikey McClellan a little banged up for St. Francis. Not expected to play in today's match. A huge loss for the Cougars. Hurtis up to D'Souza, out the touch. It's Vigario on the ball for St. Francis. Ethan Vigario, freshman, 5'9", 140, from Strathroy, Ontario. Cougar football team back at home this Saturday. It's a 12 p.m. kickoff here at Bishop Darcy Stadium, taking on number 20 ranked Concordia University out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Cardinals come into Darcy Stadium with a 5-0 record and some very impressive wins under their belt, including a drubbing of NC2A Division II Davenport University, the Panthers. Popping up quickly for St. Francis was number 24, Dalton Meissner. He's taken a few licks, but he's good to go. Earlier on the header, he had collided with the Forester. Looked like he'd banged his nose up pretty good, but he got right back in the match probably about 30 seconds later. '18 for St. Francis, Nate Conder. Ball's taken by D'Souza. And I believe that's number 11. This move by Cuellar gets it up to Schlegel. Sam Schlegel, who enters today with 4 points and 2 goals on the season. Sam is from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Snyder High School, the Panthers. Good save once again by Hector, avoiding the collision, corralling the ball. Speaking of Snyder High School, they're the number 2 ranked team in Class 6A here in the state of Indiana, but that's their football team. It's going to be Rippey with the free kick. Looks like it'll be a right-footed boot coming up. (50-50). Won by Huntington here. Good ball. But Conn's there with the save. Braden Conn has been busy, saving them about every which direction you can imagine. One of the better keepers in the Crossroads League, we like to think. He certainly gets tested. Schlegel on the ball for St. Francis with the D. Sam Schlegel, an accounting major, is currently interning with Steel Dynamics. So, good pipeline here at the University of St. Francis to be involved with Steel Dynamics, SDI, one of the largest believe metal manufacturing or steel manufacturing companies. Ran by Keith Bussey. Keith Bussey, a Northside graduate. Just does so much good for our community here in Fort Wayne. A great place to live. You're in Northeast Indiana. We're 15 minutes away from Ohio and 45 minutes south of Michigan, depending on how fast you're driving on 6 and 9. Cuellar. Cuellar sure is fun to watch. Reminds you a little bit of... Oh, we got a substitution here. Coming in will be number 6 for St. Francis, Lucas Tricosis. Looks like Meisner is going to come out. 32's in for Huntington and 21 is out. 32's name is Reed Burton. He's from Lakewood Park Christian High School. You know what? That's in DeKalb as well. Or right by DeKalb, I should say. DeKalb's the public school. Lakewood Park Christian is the private school. And a little quick fact about Lakewood Park Christian. Last year, they won their first ever boys basketball sectional championship. So congratulations to those guys. Here's another fact. Southside girls soccer team only had 1 win this year, and it was against Lakewood Park Christian. I think they were 1-11. But a good season for the Lady Archers nonetheless. Covered their match yesterday against Warsaw. The Warsaw Lady Tigers, they are strong in girls soccer with a sophomore class that might be one of the tops in the state. It's Lozada right in front. Headed away by the Foresters. Free kick coming up. Taking that kick for St. Francis, I believe that was Lucas Tricosis, number 6. No doubt about it, St. Francis unis look sweet. I was just kind of hoping they would have went with some dark blue numbers and really big ones on the back. But this style here of the, white number on the white uni, usually there's a little bit of an outline, but I believe the NBA got that started with their Christmas Day uniforms. And man, that was started a long time ago. Like I said, it really does look cool. You see a lot of football teams going to that, but just really tough from up on top of the press box to read those numbers. Not Huntington, though. They got those big white numerals on the hunter green. Looks fantastic. Got the pinstripe on the front. I really do like how St. Francis pinstripes kind of fade out towards the bottom. I mean, like I said, they're sharp-looking unis. I believe one of the players designed the uniforms. I think if you did big blue numbers with a thick white outline, it would look sharp. And come to think of it, I think it's the Huntington University volleyball team, the Lady Foresters. They've got the dark numbers on the dark unis, but their outline is so thick in white that the numbers pop. So there you get the best of both worlds. Let's see who's going to take this corner. I believe that's Vigario. You guys Tell me if you can see the number. Number 8. I got it. Number 8 for the Cougars, Ethan Vigario, freshman, 5'9", 140. Kick coming up for Huntington. Well, the Cougar football team took on number 8 ranked Marion this past Saturday as a big-time rivalry game. What an atmosphere. We had about 7,000 to 8,000 fans in attendance, standing room only. Your Cougars coming up with the W, 31-24 in the rivalry match in the Franciscan Bowl. Folks, Juan Bucaram going to take a breather for St. Francis. Chasing that ball down is Travis Hurtis for Huntington. .946 and counting here in the first half. And how about Coach Chad Lacrosse and the Cougar men's basketball team picked to win the Crossroads League this year? Bryce Linnup, the two-time All-American. Bryce has been picked as the Crossroads League Player of the Year, and I can't think of a better Cougar to be selected. Of course, 2 years ago it was Austin Fox who was the Crossroads League Player of the Year. That was fun. That was a great year, Cougar basketball. And then 2 years before that, in 2014, the Lady Cougars went 38-0, winning their first ever national title. That was fun as well. And then the St. Francis football team winning the national championship last year, their first ever in the 19th year of the program. This year is the 20th year. Coming in for number 6 is number 5, Aaron Harting. Coach of Huntington's Russ Lawson. He's in his 18th season. Mitch Ellison's the coach of St. Francis in his 20th season. It's Noah Fleming in the scrum. Rippey with the throw-in. Fleming. Good look at it, but great defense there on the back line. Conn with the kick. That was Schlegel along with number 32, Reed Burton. Matthias Luzada, one of the top goal scorers in the CL. Four goals, 4 assists. He's got 12 points on the year. Boy, nice play to foot there by Cuellar. Cross coming up. Nice clear by the Forester. Schlegel. Nice feed into the box. Headed away. Schlegel was on point there with his pass. You can see, though, the Cougars playing with a lot of players back on defense. That'll be out to touch St. Francis. With the throw-in is number 23, I believe. Ty Laborde. It's out to touch to the Foresters and Rippey. Bill Scott in the background there taking pictures for the website. Number 30. For St. Francis, that is Mikey McClellan. Down on the pitch. Mikey's got some braids going. Makes him run faster, I imagine. Cross. Conn. Deflected. Good save there by the Cougar defenseman. We do have a corner kick coming up, though. That is number 23. Number 23 being Tyler Laborde. Good work there by Ty. Uh-oh. Not going to be able to see this corner. Well, there we go. Uh-oh, shoulder. Boy, Conn once again, but the second deflection goes in. Huntington now up 2-0 over the Cougars. Little dap for number 3 with the goal. (2-0) Foresters. So we will take another look at that goal at halftime. Schlegel to the center of the pitch. Good ball movement there by the Cougs. These Huntington defenders are on it. Now with the 2-0 lead. Going to make it that much harder for the Cougs. Up top for Huntington is Matthias Luzada. That's number 40 for Huntington. You don't normally see many numbers in the 40s. I'd like to see somebody come out with number 99. And I know I've seen that before, but on a goalie. Possibly. Braden Conn wears double zeros. Center. Nice boot up to Cuellar. As climbing Cuellar's back there was 25, Jake Erlinson. Erlinson, the goal scorer, the first goal for Huntington. Up, clock stopped at 28. Yellow card going to be pulled. Did not catch those numbers. That will do it for the first half as Huntington leads it 2-0. We'll take a break and be back with you for second half action here from Bishop Darcy Stadium.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, he scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
Hockey with the deke.
6 teams.
Goal cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone, or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, one website, SummitCitySports.com. Live stream high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne area athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Summit City. Welcome back, everyone, as we're just moments away from the start of the second half here at Darcy Stadium. 2-0, Huntington. Ball's going to be played back to the keeper, Braden Conn. Ooh. Dias Luzada. Ooh. Good looking bender there by number 9, Miguel de Souza, the junior midfielder from Portugal. He almost hit that upper 90. Nice ball. Onside. Number 6 for St. Francis on the 50-50. Lucas Tricosis. Jamie's going to play it back to Conn. Route to touch to Huntington. Ref going to call for a restart here. 39-40. It's Jamie's closest to us. Number 14 with the kick. Ooh, nice flick by number 3 for Huntington. Save what could have been a golden opportunity there for St. Francis. Last free kick for St. Francis was Julian Colantonio. Conn, one of the top goalkeepers in the country as it pertains to saves. It's going to be a goal kick coming up for Huntington. Looks like that's Mikey McClellan there for St. Francis, number 30. Mikey's one of the best for the Cougars. It's making something happen offensively. Nice play by Jamies. Ooh, nice play by D'Souza, but cleared by the Cougar defender, number 18. That is Nate Conder. Holy moly. Goal kick coming up for USF. Nice shot. Left-footed shot is in for a goal. That's a 3-0 lead now for Huntington as D'Souza gets his first goal of the match. Uh-oh, yellow pulled on the Cougar. That is number... Oh, that's Mikey. Mikey McClellan wears number 30. Nice ball. Another nice ball. Cougars catch up with the defense. That was a good takeaway. Main center back is Julian Colantonio, 6'3", 180, freshman for St. Francis. Schlegel's kick went right off the noggin of Matthias Luzada. Luzada was a part of the first goal on the free kick. It was number 25 getting the goal in Jake Erlandson. Uh-oh. D'Souza picks it up. We got a corner kick coming up for the Cougs. Taking the corner will be Mikey McClellan. Looks like it's going to be a short corner. Left-footed outswinger there for number 6. Lucas Tacosis. Good ball out to touch. Conn, nice save. Uh-oh. Oh, another good save, but the deflection goes in for goal number 4. And that is number 21, Luke Unger. Four 0. Same score that St. Francis dropped its first Crossroads League match to Goshen, 4-0. Cross. That deflected in for a goal. With the goal was number 8. 5-0. Or number 3. $5-0 Huntington.
Clock.
Entering for Huntington will be number 32, Reed Burton, and for 23, Noah Stanford. Jamie's with the throw in for St. Francis. He gives it up. Mikey was looking to go back to Lucas Tricosis. Miscommunication there. Tricosis ran right past. Cuellar. Cuellar and Conn, both captains for the St. Francis Cougars. Ooh, Tricosis. Good spin dribble. Shot goes wide left. Corner coming up for Huntington. Taking the corner will be Lozada. Another corner coming in for Huntington. About ready to check in for the Foresters is number 17, Hayden Suter. See Hayden coming on the pitch along with number 19 for St. Francis, Carson Neer. He's from Northridge High School. Number 40 is going to leave the pitch. Valentin Dekonik. Quair just threw the ball to Huntington. I believe that had something to do with the injury. Blake Cook, the new keeper. Blake from Hamilton, Ohio, Talawanda High School. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. The final here from Bishop Darcy Stadium is Huntington University 5, St. Francis 0.